Carnoustie's historic championship course on Scotland's east coast is one of the world's outstanding links, and some of the great Open champions have lifted the claret jug here. We've been finding out more about this tough old track from those who know it best, and those who've prospered at Carnoustie.
The legend has it that back in the 1500s there was golf played here, but it wasn't until 1842 that there was a golf course, 10 holes, laid out by Alan Robertson. And then the course that you kind of see today was in the mid-1920s. James Braid came in and designed the 18 holes that we currently have on the championship. Apart from the last 4 holes, that was our chairman at Carnoustie Golf Links, Mr. James Wright. He designed the last 4 holes. The course was seen as, in 1930, by the Scottish Amateur, and they thought it was too easy, so he did the complete opposite and made it one of the toughest golf courses in the world, and especially the finish.
There has been tweaks here and there, but nothing much has changed. A few more bunkers added in here and there, a few bunkers taken out. But pretty much the same way as James Braid had it.
Scotland's Tommy Armour won the first Open held here in 1931. And 6 years later, Henry Cotton defied driving rain, as well as Byron Nelson and Sam Snead, for the second of his 3 claret jugs. Ben Hogan made history at Carnoustie in 1953, winning the Open on his one and only appearance.
Oh, if that gentleman would only move, we could see Hogan's last stroke.
The American won by 4 shots to complete the career Grand Slam. Carnoustie's 6th hole, Hogan's Alley, is named in his honour.
The layout is so good. It's clever, it's fair, it's regarded as being the toughest, but it's incredibly fair. So you have to play your best golf, and that tends to be the better player that does that. So whether it was Tommy Armour, Henry Cotton, and hopefully this year we'll get a big name winner as well.
Other greats of the game have won at Carnoustie in more recent years too. In 1968, Gary Player claimed his 2nd claret jug here with what he regarded as his best major performance, holding off Jack Nicklaus for victory with a final score of 289, 1 over par.
If you have a wind here, if you have a wind of note here, 300 could win the golf tournament. And I wish that would happen, because it would teach young guys around the world quite a lesson that they're not really aware of, that a golf tournament could be won with 300.
If you're looking at the players that have won here, Ben Hogan, great thinker, Gary Player, Tom Watson, Podrick Harrington, they think well around the golf course. So great players, but really good strategists when they play.
Tom Watson picked up the first of his 5 claret jugs on his debut in 1975 after a playoff with Australian Jack Newton. Carnoustie's reputation as the toughest course on the Open rota was reinforced at the next championship in 1999, when the field was decimated by hugely testing conditions.
Oi, 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 bunker to bunker.
Rough was high, fairways were narrow. We had incredibly, believe it or not, we had a warm May, and the rough was growing high, and you knew the scores were going to be high. It's going to be tough. So yeah, to the build-up, we knew that it was going to be very, very difficult and very challenging for all the players, which it turned out to be.
The tournament is remembered, though, for Jean van der Velde's calamitous collapse on Carnoustie's demanding final hole, as Paul Lawrie claimed a surprise win.
Yeah, I was there. John van der Velde just about hit us at the 18th with his approach to the green. It just plays with your head. It's when you're going downwind, you're going into the wind, you're coming across wind a little bit. You don't know what club you're hitting. Thought he had it in the bag, but of course, Paul Lawrie, what a comeback. That day, nobody really had thought of him. And he played great golf, and he deserved to win.
You still look back and you see videos of it, and it still gives me a huge amount of pride to know that my name's on that trophy. I mean, one of the biggest trophies in the world. Obviously, the circumstances of it, that Jean had a 6 to win and made a 7, but I mean, that makes no odds to me. My name's on the trophy. It's never coming off, which is something that is, when you look at it every now and again, it's pretty cool to know that your name's on there.
The 18th also played a significant role when the Open last came to Carnoustie in 2007. Padraig Harrington led coming down the last, but found the Barry burn twice.
Oh, no, 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 no.
This course is as tough as it needs to be every day of the week. If anything, they need to make it a little easier for us when we come as pros. It's just a big, solid golf course. You've got to hit the golf shots.
Delightful shot.
Mint. Winning at Carnoustie is tough as this is the toughest course we play and the toughest finish, yeah. It sets you out. I knew I was great at playing on links golf, but winning on the course of this stature and Birkdale the following year, you want to win on the big championship golf courses.
So who will add their name to the list of greats to have triumphed here come July 22nd? With a number of players, including defending champion Jordan Spieth, getting their first taste of Carnoustie this year, it'll be fascinating to see how golf's current stars handle one of the oldest and toughest tests in the game.